who is that person?
I don't think he falls down because he's a great wrestler. What if there's the right decision,
Welcome.
They doing the Space Jams and then they doing the Galaxy 11.
Ooh. That's stupid, man.
Yeah, I'm buying them both. I don't care, bro. Fuck it. I need them all. Like Pokemon.
Kicking it off with sneakers tonight. Welcome to the Wrestle For Real Podcast. You know how we do each and every Monday night. Thank you for listening wherever you get your podcast, watching on YouTube, X accordingly. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Please don't forget that hit that like button. Definitely share it with a friend. We appreciate the support we've been getting. I got Stan Spook with me on tonight, going over Monday Night Raw from Belfast, Ireland, I believe it is. Early start time for them, early start time for us. So we're going to get right into it, man. The show kicked off tonight with Gunther and AJ Styles. Still keeping the fire burning from their rivalry that's brewing, or their match, or what's been going on with these guys over the last couple of weeks here. So Gunther came out to his usual boos and people chanting against him. AJ Styles came out to the normal celebratory type of response and happiness and elation of the crowd. So basically, this just really came down to AJ Styles wanting a rematch, man. Last week, Gunther hit him with the slick tap out that led to him getting the edge over AJ Styles in the end. So he wanted a rematch, run it back one more time at the Royal Rumble, in which Gunther was apparently declaring himself in for the Royal Rumble. So he put the brakes on that one, man, and let AJ Styles know that if you want that rematch, you got to put your career on the line. And we've heard a lot of talk about AJ Styles possibly wrapping it up this year. We've seen Gunther be the guy to retire quite a bit. But this wasn't a response he wanted immediately, man. He wanted it at some point tonight. This response, man. I didn't see the response, man. I must have missed something there, man. Did one of y'all see when AJ responded?
Yeah. It was after
A little feud with Paul Heyman.
Yeah. You saw the second time he talked with Paul. I think it was the second time he talked with Paul Heyman in the hallway. It was after that.
Okay. So did he accept the challenge?
Yep.
I guess we all knew that would come. It was just a matter of.
But I know his contract ends this year, but I thought it was like later this year, unless they're gonna put him in TNA. But I don't think he's gonna lose though, man. But we'll get to that.
Well, I mean, what do you think, man? You don't. So how does he win? Is he gonna get a clean victory or something? Like, what are they just gonna let him beat their number one heel, the only major heel we got really going right now? Are they just gonna let AJ Styles beat him clean at the Royal Rumble?
I don't know. I don't like if he loses. Maybe he leaves WWE and they just put him in TNA and he finish out his like WWE contract with TNA. But yeah, I don't know, man. Cause I mean, he was like when he was on TNA, he was telling Frankie Kazarian that I'm coming for that title. But hey, we'll see.
So you think he may lose and just end up on TNA to finish out his last run?
Yeah, which will work. I mean, they on cable television now, so folks will be able to see it and they'll tune in. Cause I mean, TNA.
Well, how much longer you think he has?
I don't know. I think like when they said it last year, they made it sound like his contract was up like this summer or like a little bit later, but it was like the summer or later. So I don't know.
I mean, in that scenario, is there enough for AJ Styles to maintain any real feuds over there for an entire, we're talking about 6, 7, 8 months minimum? I think is Bound for Glory normally in October. Isn't that their big one?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's normally October. So let's just hypothetically, if he went that route, I don't know that he has enough over there to hang on to for that.
I mean, they can have him do some stuff over there where he go against some like up and coming guys or some guys that like left WWE and went over there. Like, it's some matches folks want to see, like against a Cedric Alexander, even like a Mike Santana. Like it's some stuff they can do, but it's just like I don't know. Or maybe he just pop up somewhere else like AAA or something like that. But that would make no sense.
Yeah,
Because if he's retiring this year, I'm pretty sure he wants to do like a final run in TNA.
they've booked themselves into a corner here unless there's a major swerve we're not looking for. What you think, Spook, man? Any chance that Gunther loses to AJ Styles, or are we really going to witness AJ Styles' retirement match in another 2 weeks or so?
In another country at that.
I mean, that's kind of hard to say, man. I mean, I'm already going for Gunther, man. I'm on his little bandwagon right now, anyway. So, if he do lose, it's not a bad thing. But if he do win, we just riding on to. So I guess would it be Elimination Chamber his next chance to be able to win something and then be able to go to try the main event WrestleMania?
Who's that, Gunther?
Yeah.
I'm
Or
pretty
he
sure
fight
he'll be.
matches that night.
Yeah, probably, unless they do something different. He'll have Elimination Chamber.
Okay. Yeah, so
I mean, he could possibly still be in the Royal Rumble. They've done it before.
Yeah. I
thought that was kind of the setup anyway, though, that he was gonna do both matches.
He
Because the
could
Royal
probably
Rumble,
still.
they might kick it off with him and AJ, and then give him a little time to rest, and then he still can do the Royal Rumble at the end, the last match.
Because I feel like AJ gonna be in the Royal Rumble too. I mean, it's his 10-year anniversary when he joined WWE. So I'm pretty sure they gonna put him in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, it's an interesting spot, man, because we can't. It's hard to see Gunther lose right now. First of all, he's as this big time heel. He's just getting started.
Mm-hmm.
So to come out and lose to anybody is kind of a bad look, because now he's not invincible. He just retired John Cena. We supposed to.
What if
Nobody can beat him?
I'm gonna just play stupid fantasy booking here? What if like John Cena's like his music hits and that causes him to lose?
I mean, even with the distract, that's more of a something that should happen the other way around for the babyface. Them losing because of a minor distraction or something. I don't know. I don't know with this one, man. They kind of got a weird space with this one here, man. I don't think Gunther should lose. I don't see AJ Styles losing this soon. He's definitely got at least the rest of the year left at minimum. I mean, do we see anything in AJ Styles that makes us think he don't have another 3 years left? I mean, let's just be honest here. There's nothing that says he doesn't have a few years.
Who said he's retiring? I didn't even know that. He's officially retiring, or his contract is up and he's finished.
It's speculation that he created. But he hasn't given a firm, hard date or anything. He's mentioned the year, but I think he mentioned it just kind of in a roundabout way. It wasn't like a hard deadline.
He got about a good another at least 3 to 5 more years. I mean, just looking at his his stature, his poise, like what I'm saying, he can still go. Like this is unless it's
not wrestling every
something
year.
Underlining.
They're not going at it. I mean, they're not wrestling every night.
Right.
You can stretch him out, make some meaningful stuff. I don't know. I think because he created that little bit of possibility, they're using it to fuel this particular match coming up. But there's no way in the world AJ Styles is losing. Now, maybe you could get a double count out, and maybe something else could, but I just can't see where either guy should lose. It doesn't really make any sense and if somebody's got to lose, you would think it would be AJ. But I guess there's a way you could keep momentum with Gunther and have him lose, but I don't know it. I don't see it.
So is this match like no DQ type ordeal, or it's just a regular match, but it's just his career on the line? Because when they have like certain stipulations, like that type of stuff, it's kind of like no holds barred or anything like that. It's just anything kind of goes, or it's just a regular match. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen, or any like a DQ or something like that. If somebody come out there or they do something crazy, any stipulations?
I haven't heard of any. They just announced it, so it seems like it may be a regular match so far. But they got another week maybe to build it up a little bit. If I'm not, because next week would be the go home show for Royal Rumble. Yeah, so they got one more Monday Night Raw to build it up. So I think AJ is, we like seeing this, but I'm not sure why they went with that. I guess to create some type of drama. Because what we're seeing, and we'll talk about it more in the last match, or at least I will. This stuff is moving so fast; they're not able to tell many stories. So they're just trying to get anything to drive attention to these matches as quickly as possible. And I don't know that there's much of a payoff here, but I think they were just trying to say, man, let's get to this match as quickly as possible, and what we do at that particular point. But it's hard to see either guy losing. It's hard to see either guy losing in this one. But we're assuming they're gonna figure their way out of this one. After this, we had our first match of the night. I did not pay attention to the advertisement going into tonight, other than Finn Balor and CM Punk. So I was not expecting Becky Lynch and Maxine Dupree to go at it yet again for the women's intercontinental championship yet again. It seems like they did this match, which was kind of the standard match we've been seeing from them ever since the original first match that sparked this whole thing. We've been kind of seeing this match. Not a bad match, but it does show that Maxine has a little ways to go here. Natalya, Natty Neidhart, she decided to accompany Maxine Dupree out to the ring. And when I saw that, I was like, Natty's doing something. It's going down tonight. Natty is going to do something. This is the only way this match makes sense. There's no reason for us to keep seeing Maxine versus Becky Lynch. We've seen this outcome several times. And now, why are we seeing it again with literally no buildup? I mean, even less buildup than the little bit of buildup we've been getting. Like, it was nothing. So, and then Natty comes out and accompanies her. We don't see training vignettes leading up to the match to help build it up, started from last week or 2 weeks or anything like that. Like, so this was kind of like a weird one for me. But Natty Neidhart, Natalya did get involved in this match. She went full blown heel, man. She turned on Maxine Dupree in this one, which wasn't really a surprise seeing her out there and seeing this match for like the fourth time. It wasn't a surprise that we needed something. We needed a way to get Maxine off of Becky Lynch and get Becky Lynch off of Maxine. And we've been saying, is there a route to where Natalya gets back involved and possibly with her more UFC persona that she's been doing that we've seen in AAA and stuff like that. So this is a way to kind of do all of that at one time. So for that part of it, I'm like, good, because when I see Natty backstage, she was too happy, she was too colorful, and that's the Natalya we've all got tired of seeing and that nobody really cared to see. So by the end of it, she put the beat down on Maxine Dupree. So now we got Maxine Dupree and Natalya going at it, man. Spook, what you think about how this match went, man? And Maxine and now Natalya seem like they're on the collision course.
I mean, I guess like you said, it was bound to happen. I mean, did she kind of like train her and get her ready for the Becky match?
Yeah, for all the Becky matches.
Yeah. So I mean, it was an inevitable at that point. You know what I'm saying? She was coming for a head at that point. So nice little feud. Something to keep Maxine in the picture. Get Natalya back out there, man. We haven't seen her in about 2 to 3 years. She ain't really been on the forefront like that. So I mean, it's a good little look, man. Something to keep them involved, man. Keep them doing something, man. But yeah, I mean, I am tired of this whole little feud between Becky and Maxine. Definitely it's time for something new at this point.
Yeah, a lot of the women division feuds just have no steam at all, and they're very redundant. And we're being asked to consume the same thing constantly, which is okay if it was some real strong storytelling, but we're not really getting the strong storytelling. We've based the Maxine Dupree and Becky Lynch on what they did in that first match for the entire way. There hasn't been any new developments. There hasn't been anything fresh injected into this. So we've kind of been riding that wave for a while now. And because Maxine has a lot of work to do and a lot of shortcomings, is definitely not helping that. We're not just getting banger after banger matches that they can be proud of and we would want to consume and keep watching time and time again. So what you thought about this segment, Stan, with Maxine and Natalya and Becky and these three ladies and where this may be headed?
I knew like she was gonna turn. I just didn't think she was gonna turn when she didn't have the title. Yeah, because I would have liked to see Natty have a run with it. Because we don't know how long she got left, and since it's a secondary title, it'd been kind of cool to see her have a run with it. But maybe her turning goes into that character she's been doing in AAA, which I think is an amazing character. It brings more of that like heart dungeon kind of underground stuff to her that she's been doing for so long, but she kind of had to tame it down. So hopefully we get to see like a more serious Natalya as a final run. But no, I'm glad it happened, and maybe it'll build Maxine up as like the ultimate baby face with two people going down on her because she has like she's improved in the ring and she
Mm-hmm.
uses her height and her quickness to her what's the word? I can't but she uses it to her benefit. And it like the match was a good match and then the storytelling at the end was also good as well. So she improves a lot. Cause January last year it was not like this. I was like, oh okay, either she gonna be released or she's just gonna be a permanent manager. But she's improved a lot and yeah.
Yeah, man. This could be something, man. I don't know what they're seeing behind the scenes with Maxine, but we you know, she appears like they want to keep her very relevant right now. So they may be trying to make her a strong baby face. I think Natalya should also like dye her hair. I want her to go like jet black with the hair, man.
All black.
The blonde is too friendly, man. Let's get rid of it, man. Let's go jet black
Got it.
hair, man. Yeah, man, and with some purple highlights.
So her being on TNA, does she still have the same name, or she have to go by a different name?
No, she was on AAA.
Yeah, she was
Triple
on
A.
AAA. It was. I think she was going by.
Did she have a
Okay.
nickname over there? I think it was a nickname or something.
It
They had.
was, but it was something like menacing, like because she
Mm.
walked out with like security and stuff like that. So it was something that was very like just menacing. I can't remember what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, she's it could give her some more, she can get a nice run out of it, especially with the right opponent. She can get a nice run out of it. So hopefully that works out for her, man. Where you see Becky Lynch going though, Spook? I mean, who's next? If she's gonna be kind of off of the Maxine Dupree bandwagon, what's next for Becky Lynch?
Yeah, I mean, I think she need to let go of that title, man. I mean, like, I think Natalya need to go ahead and fight her. You know what I'm saying, and get that over with, win the belt from her, and then that way she can go for the big boy title. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't really nothing else left for her to really accomplish or to defeat anybody, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Have they said anything when the other lady was coming back or anything on her injury or like what's the
Who's that?
status? Um, the one that got the title now, I can't think of a name.
Stephanie Becker.
Yeah, Stephanie. Yeah. Have they
Uh,
said anything about her?
Update I heard of tonight, unless I missed that, but I didn't hear an update tonight.
I haven't heard anything either. That's why I'm. But yeah, I think Becky need to let that go, man, and go for the big boy and be through with it. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Mm.
she a big dog, so that's really the belt that she need to hold down. You know what I'm saying?
What you think, Stan? What you think about Becky's next her path moving forward? What does that look like?
I don't know. I mean, I would like to see her go for one of the other titles. I thought that was the plan because I really thought she was gonna lose today. But I don't know. Maybe she'll have this one for a little bit longer because it makes no sense for Maxine to try to run for it and go for it again unless she, has to run the gauntlet. But yeah, so
Yeah,
I don't even know who would be next, honestly.
that's kind of the problem is they haven't been building up anyone. Whoever's next is probably going to be real quick. We're not going to really get much of a build. They haven't been building towards anybody. Maxine hasn't had any friends other than what we thought Natalya, but now Natalya's turned on her. Judgment Day ladies is tied up with their stuff. So is the Kabuki Warriors and Io and Rhea is tied up with their stuff. So it's not many other ladies just kind of around that's even available for a decent feud. I do believe that they should consider calling Sol Ruka up. I don't know that I would like for her to be in a title match picture right away, but um, it would have made more sense if Becky didn't have it to be somebody she can kind of get with. But as far as the ladies on Monday Night Raw, from if I'm not mistaken, most of them are pretty tied up. I don't know what
Mm-hmm.
happened to Zoe Starks. She was there kind of and then wasn't there. Not really sure where Bianca Belair, if she's on her way back at any point. We know Naomi's got several months still to go before even being a possibility, realistically. So, not sure, man. I don't know what Becky's going to be looking like moving forward, but we'll probably find out real quick and we'll get some matches real quick. But after this, we had the Vision, Austin Theory, Bronson Reed, and Logan Paul versus the Mask, which is everybody that got a mask. Dragon Lee, Rey Mysterio, and Penta.
That fool said everybody got a mask.
This was a I like the match though, man. I like the match, man.
It was
They keep
good. It was good. It was good.
dragging him around. He didn't get lost in the shuffle with AJ moving on. So that's a good look. I don't know how consistent they're gonna be able to pull this off, but it got everybody involved. They look like a pretty good tag team, man. The luchadors out there, man. They look pretty good out there, man. If we was able to get that type of action on a regular basis and they had trio tag teams like Stan suggested, 6 more championship belts to go around, he might have something, man, because they look pretty good, man. It's just they're not going to have a lot of opponents that it's going to make sense for, at least right now. It was a solid match, man. Logan Paul, they still promoting that he's now full time, man. He's there, man. He's in it to win it. So I like seeing that, man. Bronson and Austin Theory, all of these guys are basically just waiting for their leader to come back, whether that's Braun Breaker or if they somehow swerve us and go with Seth Rollins again. But I don't think any of these guys is looking to be the breakout guy right now.
Yeah.
But this match had some interference with Adam Pearce was out there. Paul Heyman was out there. It was a lot going on in this match, man. But this crowd was pretty hot all night, as we can expect with the international crowd. So they was loving it, man. They was loving everything that we saw. I believe this match ended. Who got the pinfall in this one? I know the was it Penta that got the win in this one?
I can't remember. I know they got the win, but I can't remember who got the actual pinfall though.
We're missing. So it doesn't hurt the Vision to lose. So definitely giving those guys, the victory here was a pretty good look, man. What you thought about this match though, Spook, man? It's a 3-on-3 match, man, and were they able to turn it up for the crowd one time?
Yeah, man, it was a good match right here, man. I love to see the high flying, man, and them boys. To them, they turned up today, man, and did just that what they needed to do. But the Vision, man, they looked at a little lost tonight, man. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? They was working together, but like when they was coming to the ring, man, it wasn't, like they was missing a leader. They was, you know what I'm saying? Like they was down on their luck or something like that. I don't know. They look wasn't there tonight, man. It wasn't, it wasn't all there to me, man. So, but they still did their thing. It just, they didn't look, as a unit tonight. One band, one sound.
Yeah, they're not really a team, and they're not expected to look like a cohesive unit, and that's part of the problem we get when they're throwing these people together. This is not really a situation. You're just hoping that it looks good, and as the backup, as the muscle, as people interfering, you can kind of hide some of that. But now, when it's time to be a trio tag team and actually look cohesive, you can see that it wasn't quite all of that, and you just have to individual moments throughout the match that we was able to grab and hold on to. At one point there was like a triple drop kick in the corner that the mask guys was able to do, man. So they was doing some good looking stuff. Rey Mysterio could still go. He's defying time. We're not sure how John Cena's retired already. Batista's retired already. All kind of people's retired, and Rey been out like 10 years before them. Like, I don't even understand is that Rey under the mask is what we really need to start asking at this point. Because AAA, AAA, they'll recycle the mask and put a new guy under it with the same name. They'll do that in AAA as a like sort of respect to the person that created that particular character and made him famous.
Yeah, but that's what, like, certain. I think they do that with like certain people.
They did it with Psychosis.
Like,
Is it
Psychosis?
La Parca. That's what they did it with. So it's a couple of the bigger ones that they've done it with, man, and they've openly admitted. I think it's time the WWE openly admits that that's not Rey Mysterio under this mask, man. We don't believe it anymore. Enough is enough, man. Tell us who's
The
under
jig
this
is
mask.
up.
Yeah, man. Like, he's still moving around. He's 10 years older than the last guy that just retired. I'm not understanding how this is possible, but they were still able to put on this type of match, man, regardless. What you thought about the match, though, Stan? And is this looking up for your trios division that you want implemented into the WWE, man? Is this a start in the right direction?
It's not gonna happen. But it was a good match. Trios title is not gonna happen. They have enough clicks, but I guess not enough like true trios or whatever. But it was a great match though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would be a long shot, man. But the way they grouping people together, if they had a completely healthy roster, might be a different story.
But you
It's
know
kind
what? I think it can be done in some aspects because the Usos, with they actually have the belt. I know they can pull somebody in. New Day already got three. Luchadors got three. We just need maybe two more teams work. Well, we got division. That's another one. That's
Yeah.
what we up four. So we just need two more solid teams. What's that? The other two sets, the Alpha
the Creed brothers. And
Creed brothers, and then the other big guys.
Gable.
Yeah, they could do that.
well, you got a Grande Americanos. Got them three.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
another three. So I mean, it's Stan may be on to something, man. Somebody got to pitch it out there though.
And that's all on Raw. That doesn't include the MFTs with Solo Sikoa or the Wyatt Six.
Right.
They just got to. We have to figure out a way to make it make sense and not, care about the fact that they look like they're ripping off AEW. But it would have to, make a little sense for that part. But at this point, the way they have all these group matches and all these factions, why not give them something to actually fight for, man? See what happens. We're not getting away from that. It's 2.5 hours of Monday Night Raw, it's 3 hours of SmackDown, and the guys that should be getting solo matches and opportunities are still locked in the groups. So, and one of which was in the main event tonight. So we'll get there in a second, but they're still very much locked in the group. So you give them something to fight for, it can't hurt. Just call it something different, other than the trios.
Yeah.
So AEW can't take credit. But after this, we had Rhea Ripley and Io Sky come out and cut a promo about entering the Women's Royal Rumble. So we got women starting to declare for that. We did have Jey Uso declare for that as well.
Mm-hmm.
This was interrupted by Roxanne and Liv Morgan, who's facing the tag team champions of Rhea Ripley and Io Sky this Saturday at Saturday night's main event. They also declared for the Royal Rumble match in addition to Raquel Rodriguez. So which led to an ambush with Raquel Rodriguez and Rhea Ripley and Io Sky caught the beat down. I'm gonna be honest, man. I think Roxanne and Liv Morgan is gonna be winning this Saturday, man. What you think, Stan? What do you think about the outcome of this tag match coming up?
I don't know. Honestly, because I mean, I get why you have them beat the team of like Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, but I'm like, why would you have them lose in their first defense? That's the part that I'm like, it makes no sense to me. But hey, nothing the machine does sometimes makes sense.
I feel like the reason why you could have them lose is because we've seen so much of Rhea and Io with championships and kind of being at the top that it wouldn't really hurt them with them losing because they're still going to get the biggest pop of just about any of the women that, when their music hits. I don't think it would change much, but you give Liv a chance to get back up and you give Roxanne a chance to get back up because are we expecting Raquel to win against Stephanie Vaquer? I mean, what do you think
Hey,
about
the
it?
way they going, man, she might.
I don't
The
think
way
she
they
is.
going, she actually might win. I
I
have
mean,
like every time they build somebody like this, they end up winning. Cause it's like they're trying to do it I mean, the fans are never gonna get behind her, but for her to get that big heel and then maybe in the story somehow that's when like Judgment Day finally falls apart because like Raquel and not Raquel.
Same.
Liv Morgan and Roxanne are getting jealous, and like maybe that's how they finally fall apart, which makes no sense because they had the whole story with Finn Balor right there, and they just never pulled the trigger.
Yeah, I think if you beat Stephanie, it's either because she can't compete or you want her chasing the title again, which I find to be odd if they really want that for her because they seem to just want to push her to the moon. But I felt like that's why they had Cody lose was to get him back in that chase position because these babyface get stale really, really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Even Cody's first run with that championship, man, like it got kind of stale pretty fast. It's really hard to sustain momentum once you've already accomplished the big goal. You know, it's really, really tough to stay on top in that way. So John Cena beating him, it gave him a chance to like, okay, let's freshen him back up a little bit. And now Drew beating him, it freshens him back up. The problem with Stephanie is I don't think people are paying as much attention to her as they were the Cody Rhodes type of championship. Sometimes she's on TV, sometimes she's not. Nobody really misses her. No one's really thinking about her like that. It just kind of comes and goes. So I don't know if they need to put her in that chase position. They really just need to get to a point where Stephanie is featured on TV every single week and she's out there fighting and showing why she's the champion. So she really doesn't need any time off or need to be chasing that championship because she's had a rocky build up to winning the championship in the first place when Naomi went down and they had to switch up the plans for her. So I don't know what their plan is for Stephanie, man. But what you think about Saturday night's main event, Spook, man? You think Roxanne and Liv Morgan is walking away with the women tag team championships, or are they keeping that on Rhea Ripley and Io Sky?
I really don't have any, either way is fine with me. If they do keep it or if they, lose, it done got kind of boring as far as this whole tag team women's division. So, like I said, it can go either way and I'm good.
The man, basically, he doesn't care. It's what he's trying to say for anyone.
Pretty much.
Inadvertently.
Interpreting what's going on here. This is your fault, WWE. You guys got to fix this. Like I've been saying, man, give them a stipulation, man. You turn that match into a ladder match, man. It's more interesting, right?
Yeah, man, I'm there.
More interesting, man. Give them something, man. They can't just keep having the same boring matches, especially if you're not giving us nothing with the build-up. If you're not giving us nothing with the build-up, then give us something with the match, and then we have something to look forward to. I wouldn't mind seeing them flying around on ladders, destroying their bodies to make the fans and the WWE universe happy and give us podcasters something to talk about. So something to think about, man. After this, our next match, man. Not a good one, man. Not a good look here. Javon Evans, who I suspected was going to be in the Americano Vortex for quite some time. I thought he'd be fighting Bravo, but in fact, he was fighting El Grande Americano. He went straight to the big dog, man. He skipped one of the henchmen. So he went straight to the big dog, man. And this match was good, man. It was solid, man. It was doing exactly what he needs right now. This is how you build up somebody that's coming from NXT. There's no reason to throw him in a title picture where they had an immediate disadvantage. Start building them up with somebody who can lose, but who can also make them look great. And that's exactly what they were doing with him with Rayo initially, and now they moved on to a Grande Americano. The fear with Javon Evans is his style. That is the big fear with Javon Evans. We like to see those highlights. We like to see those, those clips on various social media platforms, but you're risking your body every single time, man. And it's going to catch up, and it's going to make it hard for you to have longevity because you don't wait for the big moments. You're not waiting for WrestleMania. You're not waiting for, SummerSlam or the World Heavyweight Championship match. You're giving us this stuff on regular shows. Mm-hmm. And because of that, you're risking it so much more, man. I remember when Cesaro got his matchup at WrestleMania one year, and he did the neck swing thing for the first time ever. And he had been on the main roster for 6, 7, maybe 10 years prior, and he never broke out that move until he got to WrestleMania. And that was when I was like, okay, that's what you do, man. You save something for the big dance. Because if they said, Javon Evans, you're in the main event right now against Cody Rhodes, this man would have to jump off the roof of the building to top everything he's been doing.
And he would do it.
Right. He'd do an elbow out of a plane with a parachute on, man. It's
a young black kid that grew up in North Carolina idolizing Jeff Hardy. He will jump from a crane onto somebody.
You gotta save something for the big moments, man. He's not doing that. And tonight, this match was stopped due to an injury to him, which to me, it gave dislocated shoulder type of vibes based on the way his arm was placed and the way he was touching it. It was like, man, that looks like that shoulder might be out. That is an easy 4 to 6 weeks recovery time for somebody who just came up and somebody whose style is predicated upon jumping and flying all over the place. And I don't know if you guys realized it, but the commercial break, when we came back from commercial, it was already happening. There wasn't a match. They knew somewhere during the commercial break what happened. And it was like they kept showing commercials. It was a very extended commercial break as far as I could tell. And then all of a sudden we come back and it's like, oh, we have a developing situation. So I think
Well,
they
from
were
what I saw is that Grande Americano was just walking around he was just walking around the ring, I guess, like, I guess trying to keep the crowd hyped or whatever like that. So I guess
Yeah.
yeah,
maybe,
there was nothing before that. That's what I'm saying. There was nothing before that. They was on
okay.
commercial the entire time. Like they went to
Mm-hmm.
commercial, he was fine, and when they came back, it was a development. And whatever happened during the commercial that led to the injury, we never saw it. And I think that's why they stepped, because remember, during the commercial break, they went to a backstage interview. I don't know if you guys was watching this part. They went to a backstage interview, which is very crazy during a match. They never do that during them. And then they went to a clip for Unreal season 2 that's coming out
Yeah, I've seen
tomorrow.
that part. I've seen that.
So it was like, what are you guys doing? And Triple H is just sitting there talking like there's no match. I'm like, this is weird. Something odd is going on. Like, y'all are taking up way too much of a commercial break. And Triple H is just sitting there like, yeah, our truth is he was never fired. And, I'm like, wait, what is going on, man? Like, this is crazy. So it was kind of an odd thing to see how long the commercial break was lasting. And then they come back and say, hey, Javon Evans is looking like he's hurt. He didn't even have any doctors around him at the time. He was just sitting there kind of just hurt. So I don't know what really went on. It's easy to assume that his high flying style may have caught up to him in this particular moment. But what you thought about this one, Stan, with Javon Evans, man, getting injured, man, like this so soon?
Yeah, it was like it's kind of crazy. I mean, I get it because that's his style, but I don't know. Hopefully he can pop back soon. Like I saw some stuff on X that said it was weird because it said it wasn't a shoulder injury. It was actually they were worried that he suffered a concussion. But I mean, he did look out of it, but the way he was holding his shoulder, I thought he looked out of it because his shoulder was hurting. But maybe he was so out of it that he thought his shoulder was hurting and it was really a concussion. So I
But
don't
there
know.
wasn't a bunch of officials around him when they
Yeah,
took the
and it
camera.
was so weird. Like it's nobody like the ref, she didn't throw the X up, like nothing like that. It was just like he like in the ring, the sequence before they like kind of went away from the match, which was weird. You couldn't really tell if he took a hard bump or not for his shoulder or his head. So I don't know. It was I just never seen anything like that live. And so I guess the only people that really saw what happened were the people that were there in the arena.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Because every video I saw, it's just like it shows a sequence in the match, it fades to black, and then it comes back with him sitting on the side holding the shoulder.
Yeah, they purposely did that. They saw something happen during the commercial break and they extended the commercial break. We'd have to get somebody's footage from the actual that was there to be able to determine what exactly took place and how this injury occurred. So not really sure
But I mean,
what happened.
but you said it though, man. All that high flying stuff, man. It can get you injured real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to be extra careful when you.
So yeah, I found it said that he hurt it. They feel like he suffered a concussion during the commercial break. So if you have premium Netflix, you probably saw what happened. If you don't have premium Netflix, you did not see what happened because you were on commercial break with the rest of us.
Yeah. So if
So
that occurred, I mean that's unfortunate. It may not keep him out for a very long time, but it is surprising that he showed enough signs for them to be like, we need to wrap this match up. Because we know the history where concussions are very hard to tell in the moment. So for them to see that, he must have, gotten up, fell down, something. I'm not sure what was going on. But hopefully Javon Evans gets well soon, man. Everybody that I could see has been rooting for him and his success. And he's gonna have to be selective of how he take those bumps, man, just to avoid the possibilities and
yeah,
learn how to be great inside of that ring. I think that's why a lot of people don't have him as a franchise player, superstar level guy because of his style. But he's gonna have to definitely get more grounded in that ring, man, so he can definitely have more longevity and be able to continue on for a lot longer than would he may give himself if he continues with this style. Now he could defy odds like a Jeff Hardy. We'd be very surprised. He's another one that's been around longer than John Cena and had some retired jet. Him and Matt. And considering Jeff Hardy's style, I think a lot of people are surprised he's still functioning. But he's one of one. That style is not designed to be lasting that long. And one person has already done it, so don't expect that to continue, man. And as Javon gets more involved, he's going to probably start doing more hardcore matches where he's not just jumping in and out of rings, but now he's going through tables and ladders and chairs. It's going to become more and more, man. So he may have to turn down the potential viral moments to really build up what he can do inside that ring, man. But hopefully he gets better soon. If he is better in a week, sometimes a concussion, they might get cleared in a week. Not sure of the exact protocol. He'll likely be right back in there with the El Grande Americanos again. So we'll see, man, what happens there. But we had our main event of the evening, Finn Balor and CM Punk. Finn Balor, leading up to this match, cut a promo. And for the first time, I believed Finn Balor. He cut one of his best promos that I've seen him cut. I don't remember him cutting something better, man. He cut it in a way where in his hometown, he was the babyface. In his hometown, he was going to win. Around his people, this was going to be his night. And I felt it. I believed it, man. I was like, okay, Finn Balor got something going on. And then he comes out to the old Finn Balor theme song. I'm like, Finn is leaning into this. He's leaning into this real heavy, man. He had me convinced that, it was going to be a good one. Not so much that he was going to win, but I was like, man, I could rock with this, man. I could rock with this. And it's another reason why some people may be being held back by being in these factions, at least for a period of time. Sometimes the factions can be okay to bridge the gap a little bit until they're ready to get back to their singles run. But I think that he definitely may be ready for that singles run again, especially with Judgment Day falling apart the way that they are. He'll be ready now. He needed the faction to get his bearings back under him, get his feet back under him. But he was out there with the best in the world, man. The Second City Saints, CM Punk, and they put on quite a match, man. On commentary, they did say it was the first time these guys ever met. I do wish there was more build up. Do wish we could have got more than just a week. But they did what they could under the circumstances, man. And CM Punk and Finn Balor put on quite a match. There was no antics. There was no hijinks. There was no extra stuff. And the crowd was so behind Finn Balor. It's always good to see the crowd with that type of energy, man. It was very behind him. CM Punk was still a fan favorite over there. So it made for a really good main event, which is something that we have a hard time getting in most cases because we had two baby faces essentially. Despite Finn Balor's a heel in the United States, but in Belfast, Ireland, this guy is a baby face. So we had the crowd chanting and rocking with him the whole time. CM Punk ended up pulling out the victory, retaining the World Heavyweight Championship, and then he went in and raised the hand of Finn Balor, man, and shook his hand and gave him some words, and not something you typically see when the other guy's a heel, man, but if there's anything that could help Finn Balor's trajectory and getting him back to a relevant place on the card, this match could have been it, but he's definitely going to have to leave my Judgment Day. He's going to have to move on from them, in my opinion, in order to reach that pinnacle again or have a realistic shot. But the WWE is at a point where they can use more guys in that title picture that can realistically win it. And Finn Balor, with the right push, the right restart into the singles division, I think he has a chance at that, man. But Spook, what you thought about this match, man? What you thought about CM Punk and Finn Balor going at it, man, and how this crowd was responding to everything?
Oh, it was a good one, man. I like this one, man. I like how the crowd was was cheering for for CM Punk when he came out and definitely turned up for their hometown favorite, man. But yeah, like you said, man, it was just a solid match, man. Two people that can go, man. I thought Finn was finna pull out the win on this one, man. I would have definitely liked to seen him, win in his hometown. At least let him win in his hometown and then come back next week and, let CM Punk get the belt back, man, some of that nature. But like I said, it was just a good little match, man. It wasn't no interference. We didn't have to worry about nobody running out. You know what I'm saying? Them boys just went and wrestled and put it out there on the line, man. So, like I said, it was a good match to me, man. Real good. Real solid.
What you thought about this one, Stan, this main event tonight?
And when the lights went out and I was like, he either gonna come out to the old school Ballad Club or he's gonna come out to a Demon Fan. And when I heard the music here, I was like, bro, please let this just be, not let this be a one off. Let him go back to Ballad Club because, like, he's that great of a wrestler that depending on how his persona is, he can change his moveset. Because the stuff he did tonight is not what you usually see out of him with Judgment fans. Some of it, but like it's not the same. It just doesn't look the same. And so he can still go. And I hope that they see that. And I hope that they see people still want to get behind him. So I hope they let him leave the group, come back as a babyface, come back with the whole Balor Club, like persona and just let it run. Yeah, granted, he like less than 200 pounds, but the man has great matches with anybody. Big people, small, like he can do it. Finn Balor is like probably like one of the favorite. Like for like my wife, when we watched back when he first came up for NXT, she was like, yo, he moves kind of good. Like, who's that? And she don't even really like wrestling. It was just because I was watching it. So it's like a lot of people can see that this man has the potential and the talent, but it's just like for the last what 10 years, ever since he came back from the injury, they were just like, oh, we don't know. But I'm like, at one point, y'all thought he was the one, so I don't know what changed. Because he can still do it in the mix that you have right now. He can talk, he can play any character, he has the moves, he has the theme, he has everything.
I think what he's missing is connecting with the audience. I think that's what's holding him back. I think in moments like this, we saw it in Belfast, Ireland. But can we see it in the United States over a period of time? And I'm not really sure.
I thought they used to rock with him like that, and especially like, with his theme music.
I think something happened once he got to the main roster. When he was in NXT, yes. When he initially got to the main roster, okay. When he initially won the championship, okay. But I felt like something was it was going downhill in terms of his ability to connect with the audience. And for some people, it's just like that from NXT to the main roster. Their ability to connect just changes a little bit. So I'm not really sure. I think that's the only thing holding him back, though. He has a look, he has the ability, he has the skill set. I think it's just that. I think they have to find a way to get the crowd behind him and stay behind him, man. I don't know what that's going to look like. He's going to have to do it probably as a baby face, which is even tougher than doing it as a heel. But as a babyface, he can bring out the demon Finn Balor and give himself something deeper to draw on in the event that he's having to overcome a tough opponent of some kind of some nature. But I think that what we saw tonight might really be a one-off. Because if they do put him back in singles, then you're talking about making him a babyface. Who is he going to go up against? What does that path look like now? Outside of maybe Dominic Mysterio. I
Yeah.
don't know what that looks like. It's just going to be another tough spot for him to be in. They're going to have to get real creative. And it's enough minds in that room to possibly do so, but they're going to have to get real creative with seeing how we can get Finn Balor back at the main event level, at least for the World Heavyweight Championship. Because you got a spot like LA Knight is not there. Gunther is not fighting for that title. So, at least not anytime soon that we're seeing. AJ Styles doesn't seem to be heading in that way. You got Jay Uso, who's now out of the main event title picture. So you got room for people to step up into that spot and give CM Punk some challenges. Seth Rollins is injured right now. So not too long ago, we had a feel where it was Gunther, Seth Rollins, Jay Uso, LA Knight. All of these guys are gone. That none of them are in the title picture. So who's going to step up? You got Braun Breaker. He's now suspended. We're not sure where that's going. You can add a Finn Balor in there. Gunther is probably not going nowhere near it until possibly WrestleMania. So,
Yeah.
there is some opportunity here to get these other guys involved, and Finn Balor possibly being one of them. But I'm not sure. I don't see it. I wouldn't necessarily hold my breath, man. But Spook, what you thought about tonight, man? Did you have a MVP for tonight, man? WWE Monday Night Raw from Belfast, Ireland.
Oh, you already know, man. That boy Gunther, man. Finna take
Still
AJ out, man.
Gunther, man.
Take AJ out, man. It could be 3-0, man. And these well, AJ, he's a legend, to us right now. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, that's. I mean, it's gonna be a good one, man. At at Royal Rumble, man. This is gonna be a good one between them two.
What you think, Stan, man? What you thought about tonight, man? You got a MVP for the night, man?
Yeah, man. My guy, man, Finn Balor, man. Hopefully he go back to being a Finn Balor role, because that, bro, it's not really a lot of theme songs that I have on my workout playlist, but it's literally only two. It's the Evolution one and the Finn Balor one. Cause those, I don't know, like when working out, those just like do something. I don't know why, but yeah. And I guess seeing that live in like NXT Atlanta years back when he was in NXT and they came here, it was just crazy seeing it live. So I've always been like a Finn Balor fan. Even when he was Prince Devitt, when he was in New Japan, I always felt like he was gonna be like the one, even though he was undersized. It's like weird. He's undersized, but he's so good. And I feel like, he's hopefully he's back on track to be like one of the biggest baby faces in the company, because he can definitely do the.
I like Finn Balor tonight too, man. He had his moment in the sun, man, and I don't know when I'll ever be able to say Finn Balor is my MVP for the night, especially in a losing effort. He lost about as best as you could lose, man. That's if you're gonna lose, man. It didn't make him look bad. He wasn't heel Finn Balor. He was fan favorite, babyface, hometown guy Finn Balor tonight. So a little bit too soon to take the chip off of CM Punk's shoulder. So I don't think we was really expecting that. But Finn Balor did make me feel like, he could go out there and win potentially based on his promo, based on the entrance, based on the reaction. When he hit that coup de grace, man, that crowd went crazy. And they really thought they might have had a chance, man. And like you said, he could have won it and, lost it the next week or something like that, man. They could have went out. So they chose not to, but it possibly could have worked. We don't know. We don't know what they want to do with these championships, man. And sometimes you got to shock the people, man. You got to surprise them. So either way, man, this was WWE Monday Night Raw. Next week, where are they at next week? Do we know? They still out of the country.
Yeah, I think they are, because I know SmackDown is in Montreal, so they're definitely gonna be out the country. Maybe somewhere in Canada. I don't know. Yeah,
Be odd.
but I guess it's easier to get to Saudi from Canada. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. But we probably be looking at another early start time to Monday Night Raw, another 9 p.m. Eastern start time for the Wrestle For Real podcast. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share it. We appreciate the support we've been getting over the time in which we've been doing this. So we're still very new in the game. So we definitely appreciate everybody that's caught on and that's been supporting us and watching us week in and week out. Definitely chime in, chop into the conversation, man. We want to hear from everybody as often as humanly possible. Catch us on social media, all of those different things, so that we can continue to be bringing you this commentary on this WWE Monday Night Raw and some special events coming up soon. So definitely stay locked and stay tuned in. Appreciate you, Spook, jumping on tonight. Appreciate you, Stan, jumping on tonight. Until next week, this has been the Wrestle For Real podcast, and we look forward to getting back at it in a week.
Peace.
Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Definitely share it. You can catch us on all platforms, wherever you get your podcasts.